Welcome to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton, and welcome to another Everton 24/7 report. Of course, the original plan was for the next update to come on Friday night, but I'm on a night out, so I'm doing it tonight. And just as well, really, because it's been a really hectic day as far as the rumour mill is concerned. We start with a name which has got connections in the past to both Carlo Ancelotti and Marcel Brands. And to be honest, I'm surprised it's taken us to the 23rd of the month for a news outlet to come up with this one. And that is, of course, Hirving Lozano. He's been heavily linked to us in the past in the early stages of the Marco Silva era, given Marcel Brands had signed him for PSV. Well, since then, he's signed for Ancelotti's Napoli at that point, and almost like every other Napoli player, has since been linked to Everton by the Italian press. In this case, it's Corriere dello Sport who've linked him. Lozano would definitely add that necessary pace to our flanks, and if he's able to play right wing, it could see us actually find a replacement for Theo Walcott. He has played in that position for Napoli and PSV in the past, and if he is able to play there for Everton and slot into the team, he could be a brilliant addition, even if he hasn't really hit the heights in Naples. But I'd definitely be keen on this one if we could pull it off. It would be a brilliant little addition to our front four, if you like, and we could have a really dynamic attack if we could add him to this team. And that'd be the case if we could bring in the next one as well. The links have intensified today to our namesake, Everton Suarez. UOL in Brazil report that Everton are prepared to capitalise on, apparently Grêmio have got some financial issues over in Brazil, so apparently we're going to try and test the resolve for their star player, and apparently Everton have met with Grêmio officials last week, according to UOL. Again, he's a player who's had some flair, a bit of creativity at the top end of the pitch for us, and he could be a very shrewd move if we can maybe convince Grêmio to sell out of maybe desperation. But not to mention bringing him in, and can you imagine the market and opportunities that we'd have? So again, I'd be right behind us pulling that one off, so fingers crossed. One which we probably won't be signing, though, is Emre Can, of course, the ex-Liverpool player. Apparently, he prefers a move to Borussia Dortmund if they up their bid for him. And for many Blues, I'd imagine missing out on an ex-Red would be a bullet dodged. However, it does mean that our search will have to go on for a centre-mid reinforcement. It almost certainly won't be Matthias Vecino at this rate, because the aim would have probably been to bring him in on loan, but according to Sky Italia today, they've rejected a loan offer from Man United, which suggests that Vecino could still be at the San Siro beyond this transfer deadline. And unfortunately, if there is to be any movement out of Everton this window, it looks like it's going to be a slow burner, apart from, of course, Cenk Tosun, who's already left on loan. Today, the Echo said that neither Oumar Niasse or Cuco Martina have had any concrete offers as of yet, and it's not really surprising, given really neither could trap a bag of cement or even run 5 yards without falling over. So roll on the summer when we get these two clowns out of the club when their contracts run out. It'll be a very fine day when we get rid of both of them. Thankfully, like I say, Cenk Tosun has gone on loan to Crystal Palace, and we are starting to make a bit of headway maybe in getting him off the wage bill permanently. He is, of course, only on loan, but he scored early on against Man City. He's made a good impression early doors, and he's since hinted at a permanent deal at Palace. He seems keen on the move, and hopefully he continues to put in some good performances in South London and convinces them to pay up and make that move permanent and give us some much-needed transfer funds to spend on a rebuild. And finally, today we are actually going to entertain the words of Sammy Lee on this show after he said his tenure as assistant to Sam Allardyce was actually successful and that Allardyce was harshly treated. Well, in fairness, those two were brought in to do a job and they did what they were asked to do. They kept us well out of danger, and I'll give them some respect for that. Don't kill me, please. But they were never going to be fit for purpose as long-term Everton coaches, as pretty much every fan will vouch for. And there's a reason for that, which the Echo in that article pretty much nailed in one go. During his spell in charge, they said Everton were ranked 20th for total shots, 19th for total shots on target, 16th for passing accuracy, and 17th for shots faced in the league. Like I say, what they did was what was asked of them. They kept us out of trouble, but that is not what I would consider anywhere near successful for a club of Everton's stature. And when people asked, what do Everton fans want at that time, you only have to point to the manager in the dugout now and they have their answer. Hopefully from here on in we can bring in some of the names higher up tonight's list and prove that we are now an attractive prospect under Ancelotti and prove the point even further. And that is that for tonight. Plenty of interesting names tonight, so definitely let us know what you think. Give us a comment, give us a like and a subscribe as well. Like I say, I'll be out tomorrow night, so I won't be back now until Sunday with a news update. But in the meantime, check out all the other great content we've got on the channel. And until Sunday, thank you guys for watching on the Toffee Blues.